All right, and welcome back to the Barista competition for 2022. Before we introduce our next competitor, I want to give a huge shout out to our stage managers, Michael and Christina. They are kicking ass. We even saw Michael bussing for everybody. So really, if you see them, tell them that they're doing a good job. They're really, really doing it. So now we're going to welcome our judges on to bring on our next competitor, David Buehrer, Mr. Houston from Greenway Coffee. Give it up for David, everybody.
Hello, 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 hi, 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 hello. Head judge, I got a water for you, just FYI. Okay. That's what that is. Yeah. You need. Everyone good? Settled in? Yep. Yep. Cool. Alan, can I get some music? Thank you. Time. Hello, everyone. Today, I want to tell you all a story about quality through relationships. And to start that story, I need to tell you a little bit about the coffee that I'm going to be serving you. It's a washed Ethiopian coffee from the northeasternmost corner of Sidama. This area is called Daye Benza, and it's washed at a station called Hamasho. At the Hamasho station, the primary botanical varietal of coffee is designated Sidamo 74518. This coffee won number 8 in the Cup of Excellence this year, and we bought it. Not only was it number 8, out of all 30 coffees in the top 30, it was the only washed coffee. This is the highest scoring washed coffee in Ethiopia. I'm gonna go ahead and start preparing you some espressos for our signature beverage, and we'll talk a little bit more about this coffee. Five years ago, at competition, I met an international student named Kenan Dukamo. Kenan and his family have operated Daye Benza for 25 years. Kenan asked if he could come and intern in our organization, and during his internship, one of his requests was to visit another coffee-producing country. So, I took Kenan Dukamo to visit Josue Morales in Antigua, Guatemala. Josue and his team at Los Volcanes Coffee have a washing station and farm called Esperanza just outside of Antigua. Josue does all sorts of processes, and one of the things that he developed is called dry fermentation. What dry fermentation does is it takes a washed coffee after it's demucilaged, puts it right into a fermentation tank, but instead of adding water, he uses the elements around him to control the temperature by covering the tanks and piping in warm air. Kenan saw this and immediately wanted to share it with his family operation back home in Ethiopia. And that's what this coffee is. It's a collaboration between Los Volcanes and Daye Benza. It's a washed Ethiopian coffee with a Guatemalan dry fermentation. That collaboration and some of the fundamentals of specialty coffee really inspired me to prepare a tiki-style drink for you. Tiki and coffee share a bunch of similar interests, like florality. For that, I'm going to be adding 2 grams of expressed sage into our Hamasho espresso. Tropical fruit, common in both, and we're going to use pineapple, fresh pineapple juice for that, and baking spices. I'm going to use cinnamon, and the same way they control temperature, I'm going to control temperature as well by toasting the cinnamon. And we're going to do 2 sticks of that. And the same way they control the environment around them to produce this coffee, I'm going to do the same by vac sealing this all together. All right, we're going to set this aside and let the environment do its trick. I'm going to go ahead and get your espressos prepared for you now. When Kenan asked for that trip, it was no mistake that I brought him to visit Josue Morales. I've been working with Josue for years and with his dry fermentation coffees. And Josue himself has said that he wishes to see that fermentation process in other producing countries. So Josue set himself up for that collaboration. Thank you. A couple of things to get this espresso started for y'all. Those spoons in front of you, the one on your left is for the espresso, and the one on your right is going to be for our final course. And when you're done with them, you're free to dispose of them into those glass votives. And if you'd wait just a second before tasting these, and I'll walk you over the aroma and notes. When it's time to taste, go ahead and stir just like you normally would, get in the aroma and taste. As an espresso, Hamasho in the dry fermentation is going to change what we typically see in an Ethiopian coffee. The florality of the aroma is going to come off as almond, like marzipan or an almond pastry. It's going to have a medium plus body with a long lingering dark chocolate candy bar-like finish. The flavors are going to be sweet orange, apricot, and that dark chocolate is going to be in the flavor as well. Please enjoy.
Let's hear some hootin' and hollerin' for David's Espresso.
All right. Hamasho, when mixed with milk, I wanted to prepare a little bit differently for y'all. So to balance with that sweet creaminess that we'll find in this milk, I've updosed by 1.5 grams. I've left the ratio the same. You're going to find flavors of vanilla and cinnamon ice cream, and that acidity that's going to punch through because of the higher dose is going to be kind of a pulpy fruit. Together, these flavors taste like mango cheesecake. Thank you. Here you are. For you. And here you are. All right, please enjoy. I'll be right back and we'll finish up with our tiki drink.
Give it up for those milky drinks.
Okay, time to decompress here. I'm gonna go ahead and chill down our tiki spirits made with hamasho. And coconut cream. All right. So we've transformed our hamasho espresso using those fundamentals of tiki into our spirit. I'm going to combine it with 270 grams of coconut cream and a guava orgeat that I made prior to this using 2 parts guava puree to 1 part sugar and a little almond oil. I'm going to charge those ingredients together to make our foam. All right. And the base of this tiki drink is going to be the spirit. When we take this tiki guava orgeat foam and combine it with the spirit of hamasho, if you stir just a couple of times with your spoon, we're going to transform those flavors that we found in both the ingredients and hamasho, and we're going to get new tropical fruit flavors. Imagine lime without lime, orange, passion fruit, and strawberry. You just stir a couple of times and be sure to get a little bit of foam and a little bit of the spirit in every drink. Thank you all again for your time and letting me connect these 2 amazing producers together for this collaborative project. Time.
Okay, David. Give it up for David Buehrer. Come over here, David. All right. Okay, your 3rd time. You did it. You're done. Weekend's over. How you feeling?
Good.
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 Okay, so rumor has it there are some really important people in the audience. Want to tell us about them?
Yeah, the Ducamos are here, and this is the coffee that I was serving today. Thank you all for visiting and coming. It's awesome. Daye Bensa. It's so good. And Los Volcanes Coffee is also here, the collaborative partner from Guatemala.
Awesome.
So we got Guatemala and Ethiopia representing, which makes me really happy.
Yeah, that's
the best
amazing.
part.
Okay,
Yes.
so we got to talk about the Campana.
Yeah.
In the past, we have shared a common love for the underhyped Campana, one of the best drinks on a coffee menu. When you were starting your signature drink development, were you like, I want to make the Campana work? Or did it just happen to be the most fruitful way to deliver your drink?
I started with a tomato water kind of thing because I got inspired by something goofy. And then Kyle Ramage from Black and White Roasters, he helped me train. And he was like, the rules changed since like last time you competed, and you can make something tasty now. And I was like, oh, I can make something taste good?
Yeah.
So I got really
inspired.
Yeah, I got really inspired by that to like bring in more like fruit flavor and more like, I just wanted something that really inspired me, and that's the Campana.
Oh, I love that. Okay, who else do we have in the audience? Who else do
I
you
got
want to give a shout
our
out
whole team
to?
here from Blacksmith and Greenway Coffee, and like a bunch of my friends from everywhere.
Yeah.
And Trace. So
Hi.
like, thanks. Fred, he's from UAE. Fred is. He used the same coffee in his Brewers Cup competition.
Nice.
For UAE.
Great.
So it's really cool to see the community here. It's
And
awesome.
we were saying earlier, and you kind of noted on it, that your first time competing was in 2009?
Yeah, 2009.
2009 was, if you weren't born before 2009, raise your hand.
Oh my God.
What has changed? I mean, everything.
I think it's gotten a lot more approachable. And again, even in the rules, after revisiting it with Kyle at Black and White, the rules allow for more freedom of expression. And I think that that's really cool.
Yeah. In what ways have you taken advantage of that?
The milk-based drink is like smaller and more coffee-driven, I think. And I made a Campana. I made a tiki drink on stage, so I didn't think that was gonna, that's definitely was there. So
I just want to give a special shout out to David specifically. Is one of the most generous, kind coffee people that's a part of our community. Give it up for him. One of my best friends, Bud, competed for the first time in 2018, and every time you get brought up, they always bring up how you didn't know who they were when they first competed. They didn't have a big team, but you jumped in to wash their dishes and offer support. And that's just like a small example of the generosity that I've seen you show this community. So it's really exciting to see you on the stage, to see you freaking kill it, and to have such a big crowd that's really behind you.
Got to top 6. I'm really grateful.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. We're really, really proud of you. Everyone, give it up for David.
Take the mic off, please.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. And here's from our sponsor.